Have you ever wondered what happens when you may have a service issue with your Rivian truck or SUV or any other vehicle? How does the work get done? Well, this is how. In this video, I'm going to show you the Rivian R1T work truck. Actually, they call it the Rivian Service Vehicle. I am here at the first drive event for that beast, the R1S SUV, and I have more videos coming around that. And you can check them out at oldtfl.com, one-stop shop. But in this video, I want to focus on this. This truck has been modified by Rivian. So this truck belongs to Rivian, and they actually use a fleet of these. So this is not the only one. And of course, it has a frunk. And actually, let me see what's in here. And this truck is actually supporting this event. So you can see the frunk, 11.1 cubic feet of it is basically full. Blankets, other tools, etc. Let me close this down. This is not the interesting part. The interesting part comes back here because this truck has been modified. Once again, it belongs to Rivian. So the rear seat has been removed. And you can see here there's stacks of boxes. There is a pretty sturdy frame underneath here. There's also this modular panel on the back where you can put any number of items like fire extinguisher, cordless tools. These boxes have lots of different tools, and they're all secured by this really sturdy tarp. And this tarp is actually using seat belts. Let me show you how this works. Seat belt latches like this. So it's all secure, so it'll protect. So if there is some sort of a collision, in an event of a collision, this will actually protect many of these tools from flying forward. So everything has been thought of. It's also secured here in the back, and boxes on this driver's side and on the passenger side. Then, well, every R1T has the gear tunnel, this compartment. So let's open it. But this one is special. So once again, some of the trim has been removed and these custom slide outs have been installed. So this truck is ready to change tires, check tire pressures, anything like this. And it also shows what's possible with an R1T truck. And it has two stacked sliding drawers. You can see some more cordless tools, some of the other components for jacking up a vehicle, R1S or R1T, and others. And they're secured with these little latches here. Okay, there's one latch here, one latch here. So you probably have seen that, a kitchen accessory for production vehicles, but this just is another way of showing what's possible. It has amber blinking lights, because if you're helping somebody on the side of the road, by regulation, you're supposed to have them in the back and in the front, as you saw. This has kind of a standard accessory roof rack. Of course, it's a Rivian piece. It also latches in here in the roof rail, or it can also latch. You can also move it and latch it here on the bed side as well, just depending on your preference. But in this case, it's a truck, so it's carrying truck things. You've got jack stands, you've got cleaning supplies, because this truck is helping prepare the vehicles for the first drive program. Of course, it has a tailgate. Normally, also for service, this truck would be carrying at least one spare tire, because that's one of the most common service items, is a flat tire on the side of the road. So if you're a Rivian customer, you may see one of these come out and help you. Of course, the technicians who are behind the wheel also will be able to help you with software, any glitches you may have, any other issues, service items, etc. So that's kind of the idea. The R1T truck, otherwise, the chassis of it is standard. This one is wearing these all-terrain tires. These are all-terrain Scorpions, specifically made, Pirelli, and specifically made for Rivian, even snowflake rated. So this is really an all-weather truck. Of course, the powertrain is stock. 4 motors, inboard motors, 835 horsepower, 908 pound-feet of torque, all the good stuff. 3 seconds 0 to 60. So if you need service fast, you'll have it. It'll come out and meet you. So all those things are there. Of course, all-wheel drive capability. Let me show you on the other side. Over here on this side of the tunnel, a little bit more. This has a triple system. So, and this was custom built by Rivian for the purpose of the service fleet. So this is not something they're selling. This is just for internal purposes, internal use only. But you kind of let your imagination run wild. And you can imagine what you can do with something like this. Not just for tools, but maybe for camping items, storing your equipment, etc. So this one is showing kind of a triple slide system right here. Let me close this up. The Rivian can still tow. It's rated to tow up to 11,000 pounds. It has an EPA range of about 313 miles of total range. But of course, if it's carrying equipment, heavy things, the range may be less. Of course, depending on your driving. And if it's towing something, the range will be less. But at least it's available. Also in the bed, you have built-in, well, actually every R1T currently has a built-in air compressor. So it's very useful, especially if you're helping somebody else. And also power outlet over here. So 110 volt. So if you want output, if you want to power some tools or keep charging your tools, that's available as well. But I thought it was very neat. I wanted to share it with you guys here. And tomorrow, or actually, if you check out alltfl.com, you'll also see other videos about the R1S. Here, I'm in upstate New York. This beautiful area you can see right here. So there'll be more videos coming, all the specifications, also off-road video reviews, on-road reviews, and many others with the new R1S, which shares a lot of components with the R1T, but of course it's an SUV that's shorter, just as quick, just has the same suspension, by the way, height adjustable. Yes, height adjustable suspension up to about 15 inches of ground clearance, between 9.5 and 15, depending on your settings, your drive modes, etc. So stay tuned for more of that. But this has been your Rivian work truck review. Thanks for joining me.